Okay, it's now 5:30. I'd like to call the meeting to order. At this time, I'd like to ask Mr. Bryce Cash to come forward to open us up in prayer.
Let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this day. Thank you so much for the rain you provided this weekend. And thank you so much for these council members that you've sat here and guide them and lead them as they make decisions about our city. Thank you so much for our brave men and women on our fire and our police departments as they help our citizens here in this town. Lord, thank you so much for Jesus, and it's in his name I pray. Amen.
Okay, Ms. Davis, would you please verify the roll?
We are all present except for Mr. Reeves.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the previous meeting?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion, further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. Okay, is there a motion to approve the prepared agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. Okay, next on the agenda is citizens' comments. And comments should be no longer than 3 minutes in length and must pertain to city business. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to address the council? If not, we will go right into our first thing on the agenda. And very excited about this opportunity. And I'm going to switch mics here. Do we have any 5A champs out there? Hey, how about that? Yeah, we're live, aren't we? Okay, good deal. Okay, I tell you what, I'm going to open this up with Mr. Krug. I'm going to have you to maybe say, you can stand from right there if you can stand up or whatever. I know you were at the swim meet, so you may have an insight on this right here. So
I just might.
yeah.
I wrote a few things down because y'all might notice I'm kind of oldest one up here. My memory's not that good. But seriously, I wrote down with Stu Smith, who can't be here tonight because it's his 47th wedding anniversary. And if he wants to have a 48th, he said he better take his wife out to supper tonight. But the thing that impressed me, I've never been to a state swim meet. There was 17 schools there. There were school buses everywhere. And just to give you an idea, there was like Benton, which is a lot bigger than us, and I saw Searcy, Maumelle, Little Rock Christian, Russellville, and a team that we love to beat more than anybody, Valley View. You know, Batesville loves. But the thing I just want to say, you know, this is a swimming and diving event. Well, Friday night they have a diving event. Well, Russellville, who came in second, got 20 points for diving. We don't have a diving team, so we spot them 20 points right off the bat. I didn't know this went on, you know. So maybe we get a diving board down at the duck pond, I don't know. But we won this thing by 16 points after spotting Russellville 20. The crazy thing is, Benton set the state record and came in second in an event that we won, and we set the state record over them. Is that right? Okay, I thought, yeah, so it was I'm learning, Alfredo. Yeah. You know, but anyway, I just want to say that the thing that amazed me is every kid who swam in this meet got some kind of point for Batesville, some kind of points. I don't know if it was 2, 4, 6, 8. I have no idea how the scoring goes. Laura Sutherland's been trying to teach me, but I'm not doing too good. But anyway, here's the main thing that I really like more than anything. These kids really love each other. I've never seen teammates cheer for each other the way they cheer for each other. It was very refreshing, and like I say, once again, I heard Batesville over at PA so much. Y'all did us proud. Thank you.
Mr. Moody, would you like to come up and help hand these things out? I know you spent a couple hours in the aquatics center there, and but anyway, let's get Coach Alfredo up here, and before we recognize everyone, let's hear it for Coach Alfredo. And I'm going to hand this, and we'll just get all the guys to, you want to get them and tell you what, how many, we we got right here.
Slide down so they don't see me.
Jimmy, I'm gonna slide down, that way you don't see me.
Okay, let's go ahead and get these guys up here. And Alan Aguilar,
He's not here today.
he's not, okay. Brody Fulbright.
Not here today.
He's with my kid.
Albert Harless. Yeah, just stand in front. Congratulations. Gage Hollister.
Not here today.
Did these guys miss that much practice? Okay.
These guys are swimming right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Braden Johnson.
Not here, Brooks.
Henry Kemp.
No. Busy.
Luke Phelps.
Kid can have him swim. He can fly.
John Roberts. Parker Rogers. Sawyer Rudisill.
Where's the black man? That's perfect.
Brother Silas.
John's not here.
John Sitz, not here. Sam Smith. I know Sam. Sam Sullins. I believe that's it. I hope I did not leave anyone out. Guys, your 5A state swim team members here. Congratulations again, and let's have Coach come up here and say a word or two.
So guys, thank you for allowing us to be here today and to share this moment with these kids that made everybody proud. Every single day they get in the water. These guys got to be hard. They love each other, support each other. So it's really good to see how this team really take care of each other. From the guys are very experienced, state champion to the beginners. So they treated each other with the same love. And I'm very proud of coaching this excellent group of kids. So anyway, very proud of this guy. Like Fred said over there, when we were in Benton, these guys were cheering more than anybody. Like the guys on the speaker, the guy that was just, the announcer, he was like, everybody need to be like the Batesville kids. Those guys are really fired up. So that shows you what kind of kids we have in our program. It's like kids are not only excellent swimmers, they're just excellent human beings. And they care so much from each other that when it's time to show love and pour that into the team, they know how to do it, and they know how to do it better than anybody in the state, because that showed up on our state championship. So this made 5 titles in a row. Again, I cannot be any prouder of this guy. Love you guys. Congratulations again.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Let's go with Dairy Queen.
Five in a row is difficult.
Charles came in and got first.
It's also 6 and 7 years.
Do what?
It's also 6 titles in 7 years, too.
Wow. They think they're fair.
Yeah. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on with the meeting here, and Chief Scarborough, have you to come forward. It's going to be a hard act to follow, but yeah, I don't know if we're going to get applause for you or not. So
I don't know who schedules these, but it's very common that I'm always after somebody that I can't follow.
yeah, there you go.
I don't really have anything other than what I sent you guys in the email as far as the report, unless you guys have any questions on it.
I think you should recognize Rob, what he did.
Recognize Rob.
A lot of these people don't know what Rob did during that shooting.
So, the county had a shooting 2 weeks ago? The shooting 2 weeks ago? And it was Lieutenant Leonard's next door neighbor across the street from him. And the shooter and the victim both ended up at his house in the yard. He was able to secure the gun and secure that, and then he rendered life-saving aid to the victim and was able to render aid until Violent got there. So he did a pretty good service for the county.
Yeah.
A wife shot her husband a few times.
Yeah, he poked her with the broom and she didn't like it.
Yeah. Okay, does anyone have any questions, comments for the chief?
I would like to, I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but Bad Boys did do a large donation to us this year, and we're pretty grateful for it. It was over $200,000, so. We'll now have AEDs in every patrol vehicle. Before we've had one or two, they would pass them around, sometimes they'd forget, and now the officers have tasers and some virtual training equipment and stuff, so it was all furnished by Bad Boys, so we're very appreciative of that, so.
It's hard to overstate what a contribution that is.
No, it's
I mean, any way you look at that, lives are saved. So this community owes a huge debt of gratitude
100%.
for Bad Boy, for their continued involvement. So can't thank them enough.
Exactly, I agree totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, chief.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda, Chief McCullum, Fire Chief.
Of course, you can see our run reports and stuff that we did on the total calls, structure fire, stuff like that, and our training hours. Some of the things I want to kind of.
We do not have one of those, just
I'll say, I don't think I have that.
You don't?
We do not.
Well, she's supposed to send it to you.
Oh, you mean it's by email?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
Jennifer.
we might have it then, we might be lying.
Yeah, there you go.
When did
It's all
you
good.
send it?
Yeah.
I can give a little rundown. We had 66 total calls, had 3 structure fires, 6 woods fire, grass woods fires, a vehicle fire, had 23 MVAs, which is motor vehicle accidents, 273 training hours, a hazmat call, 6 plan reviews, 2 FOIs, and 2 final inspections of businesses in town. Me and Chad we're doing a lot of those. That's good. That means they're getting everything done, finished, and getting that going. I don't know if any of y'all are aware of it. We actually are, the Firefighters Association has been meeting with UACCB on a rookie school. Right now, we have to go to, if we go to rookie school, we have to go to Camden. And so we're trying to get one set up here at UACCB to do that. And seems like it's going to work, maybe, if we can get all of our stuff lined up. Met with the chancellor, and we just got our blessing from Camden, so they're all on board with us on it too. So maybe have one in the northern part of the state and one in the southern part of the state. I've set up a meeting with most of the contractors in this area, Independence County, all those. Me and Chad are going to meet with them. We got the state fire marshal's office, the state HVAC people, they're coming, and some other state code enforcement people. They're going to come meet with them, give them all the new codes, kind of give them a rundown on all that stuff, what's going to happen on that. Maybe it'll clear up some fog that's been going on with some of the inspections and stuff that me and Chad and Tim have been doing in the businesses. Also, the mayor was aware of this. I talked to him, and I got appointed to the Arkansas State Fire Protection Service Board, which is, it governs the fire marshal's office, their curriculum that Camden, they teach. We govern over that. A few more things that I'm not sure of yet, but it's a pretty big honor. It was an invite from the governor's office.
Congratulations.
I have to be appointed by the governor.
Yeah.
So that's, and that pretty much covers it.
Yeah. Any questions, comments?
Just a quick question, the storm sirens that you all worked on so hard this year, or last year, I think I heard some testing here just a few days ago. Do those still seem to be holding up?
Everything seems to be working. We had Barry Wilkes Communication has been awesome. If we have a problem, he basically quits what he's doing and he runs in there and he fixes everything that we have messed up. He hasn't sent a bill on any of that. He's fixing all that free of charge. So I think it's good. We're going to try to start testing them about once a month.
Maybe not on a storm day.
Well, and we throw it out there on our Facebook page, and I actually talked to Andrea and called some of those and told them, hey, put it out. We're going to be doing this, and we still get people wanting to know why it's going on. But you can only...
Chief, that was myself also. I heard those things, and I started looking outside, and I walked in here, and I said, do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Do you hear that? So it was good to hear them anyway, so.
It's pretty good,
Yeah.
and we have to manually set them off, but they can be set off by me, the 3 captains, or the 3 lieutenants is who will set those off. Any one of those people can set those off, so it's
You know,
pretty
we've got
good.
that text line too.
Sorry?
We've got that text line.
No, that is, I'm not sure. I think
the
that's
city
through
has that text
OEM.
line. We could send out that this is a test.
Oh, yes, and we're trying to do that, but it's just,
Okay.
we do tell dispatch, and they're supposed to be sending stuff out, and I think he's doing fair on it,
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Well, thanks to your personnel and to Mr. Wilkes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
He
We
did
probably need to
awesome on that.
recognize him at some point.
Yes.
Sure do. Would be a good gesture on our
He,
behalf, so.
and even when he repaired the stuff and when it was completely shut down and been shut down for many, many years, he donated basically the labor to do everything, and he give us the equipment at his cost. He didn't make a dime to get these things going. He's really done it all over the whole county too. So, but we have, most of your fire departments have 1 siren at each location, maybe 2. We have 9 in the city of Batesville. So,
Good job.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chief.
Congratulations on your appointment.
Absolutely. Yeah, you bet. It's always good to have people in those higher places right there. Sure is.
Y'all have a nice day.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, next on the agenda is the consider a resolution authorizing City Parks and Recreation to enter into an exclusive beverage and sponsorship agreement with Corinth Coca-Cola Bottling Works. Would someone like to introduce the resolution?
I will.
Is there a motion to read the resolution by title only?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Please cast your votes, council.
Just get out of here.
Hey, Rick, you skip Damon.
Damon.
Oh, I forgot Damon. I'll get him back here just a minute. Yeah, okay. I just got in a hurry. We'll come back. No, it's okay. It's okay, yeah.
He was trying to
He gave me $5 to skip him, but anyway. Okay, with that, Mr. Meissen?
Yes, sir. A resolution authorizing City Parks and Recreation to enter into an exclusive beverage and sponsorship agreement with Corinth Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Inc., and for other purposes.
Okay. Is there any discussion? If you have any questions or anything, I know we have Mr. Lowen here, Lermit. Okay, if not, is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
Wow, you're going to focus.
Probably need that water.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second on that? Okay, motion and second. Okay, please cast your votes. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you, Lowen, for showing up tonight. So here's your Do you guys have any questions for Lowen since he's here? He makes the drive run. He was telling me today. Lowen, why don't you just kind of give us a quick update? I know this is on our soccer program and everything right there. I want you to come here and just not speak. So let's give you 2 or 3 minutes just to kind of what's going on in Parks and Recreation. I know you're prepared for all this, so I hate to put him on the spot. So
Yeah, no, thank you for having me here. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for helping with the Coke resolution. I think that's going to be something that is going to serve our community really well. I think the deal that they offered was their regular deal they offer anybody, but along with the advisory board, we were able to kind of see if we could sweeten the deal for the city any better, and they did. So they went from a 10-year commitment to a 5-year commitment, so it doesn't put too much of a handcuff on the Parks Department and the city. They increased their advertising budget that they were going to give us to put around for sponsorship and everything, so they gave us more money to do that. Was able to get a cap on what the annual increases in price could be. Industry standard has, for the last couple of years, has been 5% increase, but in the past 10 years, it could have been up to 15 to 20% increases. So the fact that we were able to get a cap on a 4%, I think was good for us and good for the city. So again, I think there's a lot of good things that'll come out of this. Looking at if we go through with what their expectations are for an operation our size, we're looking at a revenue of pretty close to $250,000 over the next 5 years. So I think it's a good, not only providing a service, but also being fiscally responsible for the city. So I think it's a good deal for us altogether. As far as programs are concerned, we've hit record numbers for youth basketball program. We used to have a kindergarten through 6th grade program with about 120 kids in it. We reduced that to a kindergarten through 3rd grade, and this season alone had nearly 180 kids with half of the grades. So obviously something that was needed and desired. So that was great. That season's coming to a close, but soccer season starts Thursday. Practices start Thursday, and again, we have well over 400 kids in a spring program, which is remarkable. I got here 11 years ago to help kind of start the program from ICYA, and the first fall program we had 183 kids. So the fact that we're averaging for 2 seasons a year 450 kids is also showing a desire and a need to participate in something that's really good for kids. So same thing, we've got baseball, softball program, t-ball programs, registration open through April. So as far as we're looking at right now, as far as youth participation in sports, it's still continuing to rise, and we're trying to do our best to provide good services for good, healthy services for kids. So yeah, I think that's.
Okay, you guys have any questions?
I do have a quick question. I was going to save it for council comments, but since you're here. So obviously with our Riverside Park being shut down and going through construction, I know we're getting ready to get into some nicer weather days. I know out at the soccer complex, I know I'm sure you and the advisory committee have talked about some possible vandalism and things like that that's occurred out there. But as we get into that nicer weather, a way to maybe open up those gates and let people have access to the playground and things like that. And I didn't know if we have set hours that those gates are open, or is that something that you all are looking at? Because just, as we get into nicer weather, people are going to look to get to a playground with their kids. And anyway, I didn't know if you had any.
Yeah, of course. Great question. We usually close the gates for that particular park after the fall season is over, just for maintenance. I'm trying to get that back to where it is. We have a great facility out there, and it would be used all year round, which would be wonderful. We wanted to just make sure that we, in preparation for opening soccer season, since we have the youth programs, the adult programs, everything, that we had a service there. We can absolutely open them up. I mean, like I say, they'll be opened up certainly tomorrow. But that's a great point. That getting spaces where people can go during the nice weather for sure.
I know I heard some stories of people parking like way down at that little, looks like a little utility place or something like that.
The rodeo arena.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
The one past it, just north of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like parking and then like walking down to there because the gates are locked.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great point. We can get that opened up, as, like you say, especially because it's nice weather. It's a good thing to have done. So thank you for that.
Well, and that's another thing. Councilmember Moody and I did a drive-through today, and we're getting a lot at the riverboat playground since we've moved it across the river.
Yeah.
And if anyone ever asks about the playground, some people may be kind of out of sight, out of mind, but we do have some new facilities over there. I don't think we ever had a ribbon cutting or anything, but the riverboat, and it gets a lot of usage as well. There's a new spinner over there, the old merry-go-round. That's I don't know. I know the orthopedic surgeons are not very happy about it because it's safe. And no, just get that, because if you guys can remember the old merry-go-rounds, it was, in the middle, and you could fall in the middle and everything else. But this one is a little fiberglass thing that you can get in, and I think it's called a spinner. Is that correct? And so that's over there also. But we probably need to encourage that and maybe put it on our Facebook, that the playgrounds, and of course we do have the playground that's kind of out at the Terry Sims Sports Complex. Got a really nice playground there as well. And then we have one on the west side of, I guess, Central Avenue over there in that neighborhood. And I think, is that just swing sets or?
No, there's a little slide as well.
A little slide
we
as
did
well.
replace all of the swing sets.
You bet. But it is
just last year too.
Like you said, we do kind of have them, around town, but we may have to, kind of direct our citizens there.
Yep.
But good comment.
Great point.
So, any other questions for?
Lowen, I just want to say thanks again. The ladies' restroom out at the ball field did not have locks on the individual stalls, and so I texted him one night late, and I was like, "Hey, Lowen." Next day they were fixed and the light outside. So I really appreciate that.
Yes,
it was
ma'am.
a great instant fix for everybody. Everybody was pleased. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Lowen, who's the gentleman you had over the kids' basketball program? What's his name?
James Young.
He did a very good job. It was super overwhelming the first day.
Yeah.
I think he didn't know what he was getting into, and he really took control and got it under control. And every game, we went to every game our grandson is playing, and it was perfectly organized. He prayed over every kid, every group. It was great, and I would highly recommend anybody who has kids that age to do that next year. It was great.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'll pass it on to
He
him.
needs
Thank you.
some praise.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. He will get it.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you.
Mr. Damon Johnson, we're going to have you up now. I don't know if we need to give him applause or what, just to kind of pump him back up, but since I skipped over him, but
Should have ran.
yeah, I know.
Should have.
Yeah.
I really don't have a lot to report tonight. Pretty much things are, both the big projects are running quite well. We have regular meetings, nothing significant to report. Hopefully in the next week or so, they've been excavating out there inside the coffer cell, getting ready to dewater. Might dewater it this week, but it might be next week. I haven't had an update yet this week, but so that'll be kind of something, interesting to see. We don't really want the public down there, but if one of y'all want to take a tour or something, we can certainly accommodate that. So, they're making good progress on the intake, on the first half of the intake structure. And of course, the other structures are coming up. There's actually the first building, if you drive by, you can see from Meyer Street, the metal structure of the first building, and that's actually the maintenance building. starting to come together on the site. The parks as well is coming along nicely. We actually have an in-person meeting this week, so hopefully the weather will be nice on Thursday, and we might actually go out and see some things on the site. The tennis courts are really, they're preparing. I'm not exactly sure the schedule, but they're preparing to coat those. And we had to, Lowen and us kind of had to pick the way that's going to look. I think that we'll see the lights be, some of the floodlights for the sports courts will be going up soon. I noticed they're on the ground, and they won't leave them laying around for long. I don't think they'll get them installed. So we're really seeing some things start to come into reality where people can see, and you guys can see what's happening. Meyer Street, I was notified today by RDOT. That job is, all the pay items are complete. They're doing punch list items right now. There's a few rough spots in the asphalt that are going to be addressed, and some pretty minor things, but overall the roundabout project is closing. Even though it's been open for a while, there's still been some small items that Atlas has been, or not Atlas, White River Materials has been kind of addressing here and there, but they'll get the punch list done probably the next month, and that'll be closed out and be considered complete. The street department, our street superintendent, Johnny Coles, has worked closely with some traffic signal education arm of Arkansas, RDOT, and he has convinced them to start having classes here, which is good. They're going to start using the community center. I think it'll be a biannual thing, if I understand correctly. So there'll be a week or so coming up in May when they're going to have classes, and there'll be people from all over the state who will come here and take classes on traffic signal maintenance, operations, the law, all the kind of basics, and even there's some advanced classes. So I don't know exactly. I'm pretty sure there'll be a session in the fall as well. He's really excited about that. I mean, that's a great opportunity for us because we're not going to have to send our people off far away to get training. So that'll be handy. We'll probably get more people trained than we would have otherwise if we were having to spend hotel rooms and don't be gone from work for a week. So that's exciting, but it's also really good for the community. The RDOT staff was blown away when they came and saw our facilities and said, gee whiz, this is 10 times better than we've been doing it. Why haven't we been doing it here since day one? So maybe they'll spread the word, and there'll be other maybe classes or opportunities like that RDOT starts potentially doing here. So that's exciting. Other than that, I don't really have, our plants are no major problems there. The sewer rehab work has started. They're cleaning. They're kind of the first step that they do before they do the trenchless repairs is they clean and video the lines to ensure that the lines are still in the shape that they were in the last time they were videoed. Because if there's significant changes, we may have to make an adjustment. And so that has started. They've been cleaning and videoing lines for, they've been here for 2 weeks. About a week in, they had a breakdown, so they've got that rectified and they're back to work. So that will just continue to ramp up more as they get ahead. Then the other crews will come in behind and start doing manhole repair and the in situ form trenchless line replacement, essentially. Put a fiberglass line inside the existing line, so we can do that without digging it up. And it's a pretty thin wall, and it saves a lot of heartache digging up the roads and people's yards, and so that's good. Other than that, I think that's it. I don't have anything else. Do y'all have any questions for me?
Damon, you had mentioned something about if any of our council, the kind of the community garden, not the community garden, but our farmers market area, right in that area.
Oh, yeah.
That green, that grass right there, if you see that thing being peeled back, so.
Yeah, so Tom, you know, the plant side is very tight, and they're getting equipment and materials delivered, and they're struggling with space, and so they've actually asked if they're gonna, which originally they were going to, and then decided they weren't going to use the green space around the farmer's market for parking or lay down or something like that in the original plan. They decided not to. Well, now they've come back and said, hey, we'd like to move our employee cars outside and get our, so they won't have, they're gonna basically scrape the grass off, put some gravel down. They will return it to its, you know, original condition once the project's over. So, you know, don't get excited if you see some gravel. And basically that green space between the farmer's market pavilion and Myers, they're gonna turn that into a parking lot for the rest of the project until they don't need the space anymore. So that's just FYI.
Yeah. Okay, any questions for Damon?
Just a couple of questions. The aerators, new aerators for our wastewater, is that project scheduled for this year or?
No. So we are just now starting detailed design.
Okay.
That will likely take probably 5 or 6 months, be my guess. We are also, because the job is a little bit more expensive than what I had anticipated, we're working on applying to Arkansas Natural Resources to do a revolving loan for that project as well. We don't have to necessarily execute that if they say yes and we decide, hey, we're comfortable with our reserves and we decide to spend that money, or it comes in way cheaper than expected. We have been seeing some, not on our projects, but I've been seeing some projects bid throughout the state, and actually construction costs on some of these large projects like this seem to be ticking down a little. So you don't know, you know. So I would say most likely that won't go to construction. It would probably be fall of '27 before that actually goes into construction.
And we think that's going to be a $3.5 million, is that right?
No, about 15 million.
About 15, I missed it just a little bit.
Yeah.
About 15.
Now, it would have been 3 to 4 million when we
did the plant. So when we did the original plant work, it was about 3 or 4 million additional fund, you know, at that time.
I see.
And that's how much more expensive things are today than they were. That's been almost 10 years ago now. And we didn't have that $3 or $4 million at the time. We said, well, we'll just put it off and we'll do it. You know, in hindsight, I would have preferred to spend figured out the $3 or $4 million then and done it then than be spending 15 today. But it just, you know,
we were pretty much maxed at that time with what the project, entails.
I couldn't predict that. Anything else, Ron? I thought you said.
Heard any updates from Cushman?
No, I haven't heard any updates.
Okay, any other questions? Thank you, Damon.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda is consider a resolution authorizing the mayor to apply for a grant from the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, on behalf of the Batesville Regional Airport. Would someone like to introduce the resolution?
I will.
Is there a motion to read the resolution by title only? Motion.
Second.
Motion is second. Okay, council, please cast your votes. Okay, Mr. Meitzen.
Yes, sir. A resolution authorizing the mayor of the city of Batesville, Arkansas to apply for a grant from the Federal Aviation Administration on behalf of the Batesville Regional Airport Commission.
And this is actually for the paving of the runway and widening of the runway as well. So,
I just want to say the Airport Commission and Justin, they've really worked hard to try to piece this together. It's crazy. The FAA is willing to pay for the middle 100 feet of runway 826, which is the east-west, but not the 150. So the option was literally, were you going to tear up this other 50 feet, and then we're going to have to get grant funding to move in the runway lights? So they worked hard to work with the FAA to say, okay, the grants that you were going to give us to move in those lights, can we put that towards the repaving? And they've worked to be able to get these grants to be stackable. So we really owe a debt of gratitude to all of those who worked really, really hard to try to piece this together. Still needs some work, but it was important for us to maintain that 150-foot runway.
Absolutely. Good, valid point. Okay, any other questions, comments? Okay, if not, is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Please cast your votes, council. Okay, next on the agenda is an executive session for an appointment. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Enter into executive session. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned for the conclusion of the council meeting. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for the conclusion of the council meeting. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for the conclusion of the council meeting. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for the conclusion of the council meeting. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for the conclusion of the council meeting. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for the conclusion of the council meeting. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for the conclusion of the council meeting. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for the conclusion of the council meeting. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for the conclusion of the council meeting.
Executive session, we do have a appointment, and let's see, Mr. Fredericks.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to nominate or appoint Landon Downing to serve out the remainder of the term that expires in 28 to the Public Facilities Board.
Okay, have a motion to appoint Mr. Landon Downing.
Second.
And motion in a second. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. Okay, next, the February 26 financials. As usual, if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to give myself a shout or Ms. Davis, and we'll move right into mayor comments. And one thing, I did pass a card by, a thank you card, Miss Jennifer Dempsey. I wanted everyone to read. She had had some problems with kind of the cable or the fiber optics line, maybe did some damage, and she was very appreciative of Mr. Tim Meitzen was spoken in that letter, is also directing her. I think she finally did get a settlement and got everything to think. So greatly appreciate her sending that appreciation to us. And like I said, I'll let everyone read the card as we went through. One other thing, the next meeting, I know this is spring break week, and I will probably check with you as we go and kind of see what our next meeting, but the next meeting is scheduled, I believe that's the 24th, that's the the fourth Tuesday, I believe that's correct. So we will see if there's not an agenda. I will be doing the State of the City at some point, but I'll try to check with you guys and make sure that we're going to have a quorum during that time as well. Also, I do need to, regretfully, we have a resignation letter from Mr. Landon Reeves, who has served on the council beside us for a few years, and we will be recognizing him later, but regretfully, we are losing Landon, but I do appreciate his service, and we will basically, like I said, recognize him hopefully at the next council meeting. And with that, I guess I'd need to accept his resignation. I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor to accept the resignations signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. All right, and one other thing, that position is Ward 1, and if we do have anyone in that area, Ward 1, and that's basically, I'm just going to try to give you a blanket. I think it's the high school all the way through Eagle Mountain and I believe Quail Valley. Am I correct on that? And if anyone lives in that area, contact City Hall fairly soon, and we will have you to come in, bring in a resume or a little bio, and then we will call you. I will call you in, and we will interview you, and then we'll present it to the council at the next meeting when we do have one, and we will appoint a new member. And of course, election will coming up in May, or actually in November, so that individual would have to run as well. So anyway, let's go ahead and move around here. Let's see, I've got some next thing, and a few other things. We did have to purchase some sofas. If you notice we have some new sofas at the community center. We usually try to get permission first. We may have gotten the cart before the horse, but they got a pretty good buy on it. It's Jessica, you know what, that, I don't know if I have that, it's 9,000 and something for...
9253.19.
Okay, 9653, and this would be coming out of our perpetual fund for the community center that we do have. So I'd like to entertain possibly a motion for that.
I'll make the motion.
Okay.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign.
Are there any warranty on the new equipment? Because one of those ellipticals are already...
Yes.
Okay.
You didn't break it, did you?
No.
You didn't, okay.
I've been a slacker.
You're talking about how hard they were, you know, so.
No, I was like...
Yes, there definitely is, and I'm sure, are they aware of it at the, surely they are, but one of the ellipticals? Okay, all right. Yeah, there is definitely a warranty on those for what we had to pay for machinery. Yeah, there should be a warranty. Okay, let's go on to liaison reports.
I have something. Planning and zoning's been working very hard, and I want to give an update on what Chad McClure, our city inspector's been doing. For the total of this year, the last basically 3 months, 51 permits issued with a combined value of over $11 million of new construction. Permit breakdown, one single family house, 12 multi-family units. That's really going to go a long way to answer the call to housing that we need. Notable commercial permits, White River Health Infusion Oncology expansion is almost $6 million of that. Precise is remodeling the former David's Furniture for their new headquarters. Batesville Housing Authority is doing a remodel as well. In addition to that, we've reviewed plans for multifamily projects for hundreds of new housing units, Enclave and Wayside Senior, and family housing estates, 200 plus units, Harrison Heights, 90 units, Rouse Street Apartments, 8. So we've been very busy in addition to upgrading our plans. So just wanted to make y'all aware of what's going on there.
A lot of activity, which is good. Okay, not any other liaison reports. Let's go to council comments. Ms. Davis?
Ms. Bennett?
No.
Mr. Fredericks?
None.
Ms. Hinkle?
Yes, Miss Betty Barnett had reached out to me about the new path in front of her house and said when it rains that the water is running kind of back on her property. And she would like someone to come look at that. And then there's a bunch of, I didn't understand exactly, but I guess on the edge of the new walkway that there's a bunch of like fill rocks that need to be picked up. I didn't understand exactly, and
Okay,
I haven't been
all
over
right.
there, but I told her I would mention it at the meeting.
Have that checked
I'll
out.
take care of that.
Okay.
Ms. Hubbard?
No.
Mr. Krug?
None.
Mr. Moody?
Yes, our Parks Director, Lowen Lamette, asked me to mention that we're having a ribbon cutting Thursday, the 12th at 1 p.m. in the Polk Bayou Park. It is for our new disc golf course. This was a private initiative by Kyle Downs, Damon Cheswick, Chris Levitt, and the other members of the Batesville Disc Golf Association. So Thursday at 1 o'clock, they're going to cut the ribbon on that. And that's nice having a private initiative do something that we didn't have to get something done. So be aware of that.
Mr. Roberts?
None.
Okay, there being no further business, there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. We are adjourned.